I can draw the sun with the stars and the moon. I can draw anything. How about you?
Ready, set, draw!
Hi, I'm Vanessa Brantley-Newton, and I'm going to teach you how to collage in a few seconds on Ready, Set, Draw. Here I have some simple manila paper that you probably get from school, and it's manila because it's between vanilla and cream. So it's just simple paper, but you can use any kind of paper. You can use nice watercolor paper, whatever you have on hand. You can even use notebook paper. Whatever paper you feel comfortable with or whatever you have lying around, you want to pull that out. And I'm going to show you how to collage on this type of paper. Collage is a mixture of different media. And if you look on this table here, I have a bunch of different things that I could use to draw with. One is a Sharpie marker, and I have one in brown and as well, so I have these two. I also have my scissors because I'm going to need to cut my paper and apply it in collage form. I also have an assortment of pencils, pastel pencils, so I can move them around on the page, as well as gel. This is called gelatos. Not like in ice cream gelatos, but in that they're soft and you can put them on paper and make marks with them. Then I also have something very special. When I do collage, I like to mix it up with different types of paper. So this is a bunch of paper that I made, and you can do this too. All you need is some tempera paint or some cheap watercolor paint, and it seems to work better when we put it on really cheap paper. So you don't want mom and dad to spend a whole lot of money on paper. You want to just get some cheap paper. You can, like I said, you can use it on the watercolor paper or legal pad or whatever you have. Paint your paper. So here's my black that I painted. I like skin color, so here's my skin color. And then sometimes Miss Vanessa gets real crazy and I start doing these really crazy colors like this. I love it. Mom and dad might have a magazine, or grandma might have a magazine that comes in, or you might get a present that's wrapped in a certain paper, so you might want to use these as well. And these are papers that I get from the scrapbooking store, like Michael's or AC Moore. You can use a host of other things too, like fabric. I like newspapers sometimes, or things that people write on. Let's get started. I think I want to do a character on my paper that I've painted brown. I'm going to lightly draw it out a simple shape, and the shape is going to be in pencil of a head. I don't know who this is going to be. I don't know whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. I'm just going to let the pencil kind of tell me what it wants to do. And I do C's for ears. Now we're going to have to cut it out, okay? So you're going to get your scissors, and you're going to, you don't even have to cut it out neatly, but you're going to just cut around it, just like that. So there's my head for my little character that I'm going to do. And so if you don't like the line around it, you can always take an eraser and erase the line out. So now that we have our head, we have to come up with some kind of hairdo. You take your black paper or paper of choice and you place your head on top of it. And then you're going to take your pencil and you're going to draw on top of the paper. It's really simple. Watch. I go back in with my pencil, and because I can see the line, I trace around a little head and I make kind of like a pattern. I'm going to cut that part out. It's not about being perfect, it's about being creative. I'm now going to take my character, I'm going to put it down, the head, and then I'm going to put the hair on top of it. And so I get myself some really good glue. It's all nice and sticky, and so I'm going to stick the hair down like so. And so I'm going to lay that right on top. And so do you see that? I think we need to do a face. I may do a colored nose, and I'm going to draw it first. Find an interesting spot on your paper. You have a whole different way to make eyes. You can use whatever eyes you want out of the paper. And the nice part about collage is that nothing has to be perfect. It has to be yours. That's all it has to be. So I make these two almond shapes. You color in the eyes. we're going to take our black pen, color in the eyes. You can add eyelashes. You can do whatever you'd like to do. I'm going to give her some eyebrows too. I'm going to give her some lips because she needs lips. I'm going to use some of my crayons here, and I'm just going to make a mouth. You can make her smiling. You can make her sad. I like making my characters happy. And then because she's fancy, she has to have some color in her cheeks. So I'm gonna put some color in her cheeks. I would love to put a colorful coat on her. And so I'm gonna take this piece of paper and I'm going to do some kind of coat. We'll see. I do what's called auditioning. And auditioning is when you take different papers and you just put them in there to see what works. Then you're gonna lightly draw a circle under there. Okay, just like that. And then you're gonna give her shoulders. Maybe she's wearing a cape. And you know what you're gonna do, right? More cutting, here we go. And then I'm gonna make a wonky bottom, just like that, just for fun. And now this is your chance to embellish any way that you want. I'm gonna put a couple of buttons down the front. Let's see, we're gonna give her a fancy little lace collar. I'm just gonna color that in. I know my girls out there, you love earrings. Miss Vanessa, where's her earrings? She should have some earrings. So I'm gonna put some earrings on her as well. And then to top it all off, my Aunt Betty has a mole. And there's my Aunt Betty. And that's how you create collage. So you know what I want you to do? I want you to gather up some supplies. It doesn't have to be a rainy day. It could be a nice sunny day too. But spend some time cutting out papers and playing with different crayons and magic markers and make your mark, okay? And go out and create some collage today.